Hello and welcome back to step 2, where we're going to look at a property like this one. Oh, the picture's disappeared, sorry. This one, this salmon pink coloured thing in Leicester, which is an ex-council property, 3-bedroomed, semi-detached, non-standard construction because it's got concrete walls. So there are certain lenders, if you're going for a mortgage on this, who wouldn't touch it, and there are some lenders who are quite happy to do so. So moving on, as we said, to step 2, we're going to look at the property's rental potential. Now, most people make an assumption that if someone rents a property out as a landlord, that's it. Well, it's not. Nowadays it changes from single occupancy, goes up to house of multiple occupancy, and then it goes on to as well serviced accommodation, and I'll run through those in a minute or two. So what do we do? Well, it's dead simple. We've already got some property details down. We know it's a 3-bed semi-detached that we entered into on step 1. We put some images of the property down, we put the numbers, the freehold and the type there. So moving back to step 2, we're now going to see what properties in that area are currently advertised for. So if we click on that button, we're looking at, let's go for, let's see, it's ex-council, so we'll go lowest rent first. So we're looking at student property, unfurnished 3-bed property. Now there's one similar construction and this one here. So we're looking at £156 a week. 153. Call it 155. Split the difference. So all that we do is select the weekly button here and enter 155. I'll select 155 and find it. And we also pick here an occupancy rate. Well, to be on the safe side, if you say that the house will be occupied by a tenant 85% of the time, it allows for any empty periods during a year. And straight away we've got a graph here that says that it's £571 per calendar month. Moving on now to houses of multiple occupancy, we're going to look at the rental rates. The first thing I'll do is shut that down, I don't need it anymore, and we'll click on rental rates. So we click on here, it opens up a website called home.co.uk, and we look at the room rates. So the room rate is £688 per calendar month, but the median rent is £399. There's something wrong here with this figure. So what we'll do, we'll go back and we'll do a search on spare room. So we'll click on there and it's gone for Leicester. So we're going to go, see, let's just narrow the search down. So we're not going to go rooms in existing shares, we'll accept, we'll knock that one off. We'll knock off whole properties. We want 7 days a week. We'll go for doubles. And we'll go for, yeah, that'll do. And then we'll apply the filters. See what we come up with. So we're looking at beautiful double room in a homely house. Not of same design really. I'll probably look at this one perhaps. So £85 to £90 a week. This is a bay fronted property. Ex-council, so £340 per calendar month with all bills included. So £340, that's the cheapest probably. 300. Let's go for 340. So we'll select on here rental rate of 340 per month. And the next question that you're going to be asked is, it's currently showing no potential rent at all. And there's a reason for that, and that is because we've not given it an occupancy rate. So same again, if you give it an occupancy rate of say 80%, okay, it has a house and multiple occupancy potential rent of $1,360 per month, providing all the rooms are of double size. Now, the first thing that you need to know, if you look at the picture of the property, you'll see this room here. If that's a single size room, you need to take a measurement of it, or the owner does, if we were trying to assess its value. And the reason for that is that there are new regulations coming out in April 2018 on minimum room sizes for houses of multiple occupation. So what you do is get a tape measure, so you're either going to measure in feet or meters. So let's say that the room was 10 feet by 7 feet. You put that in there and it would tell you, stop, it's illegal to rent, the room is too small. So if the room is that size, you have one room that's illegal to rent, in which case you'd answer this question: how many reception or bedrooms are smaller than 6.5 meters squared or 70 square feet? Okay, now that measurement there is 70 square feet, so if we change that to say 7.5 feet, so you found an extra bit of space in the room, it would now tell you that it's suitable for a single room occupant. Okay, in which case you'd leave this here at 0, but it's not the case, it's actually 1. So we'll change that back to 7, and it tells you that it's too small. So if you look here now, the house of multiple occupancy rate has fallen to £1,088 per calendar month, and if you look at the graph at the top, you can instantly see the difference there. Now, any potential purchaser of your property is going to do exactly what we've just done there. So now we're going to move on to another type of property renting, which is called serviced accommodation. Now, serviced accommodation is where the property is either let as a whole thing or maybe a room with a built-in kitchen or whatever, but it's basically every day it gets serviced, or every few days it gets clean laundry and all of that, and it's all thrown in for the price. So how do we find out the price of that? Well, same again, we click on this little button here called Airbnb, and it opens up, and we're going to put in the postcode, which was LE39RP. So once you put that in, you just wait, and then the pictures come up, and it tells you what they are per night. So you've got large double bedroom, detached house, secure parking. If you look at the pictures as well, some look very nice, don't they? Really nice, done to a good standard. So what we're going to do now is to try and detect what it might be in that area. So if I said, I don't know, £22 a night to match this one here. So we'll go back here and we'll put in £22 per night. Same again with the occupancy rate. But with serviced accommodation, to be on the safe side, unless it's a very busy one, but I'd like to see proof of that from a current owner of how busy they think you could get, I'd probably give it an occupation rate of say 60, maybe as low as 50%, because half the time the rooms will be rented, perhaps half the time they won't be. It all depends on the area that you're in, but I'm not filling out this particular form. The owner, that being you, the owner of the property, is filling in. Next question: how many reception or bedrooms are smaller than the double room size we mentioned previously? And we said 1. In which case, we now have a serviced accommodation potential rent of £1,205 a month with that occupancy rate that we quoted, or 1088 or 571. And that is it for this section. The next section we're going to cover is properties price history. That's quite a good one, but it's very short, and I'll see you on the next video.